Hello everyone, it's me, Jared again, back with another video. So I wasn't thinking of recording a video today at this time of the evening because I'm so tired from work, but I felt compelled to record this video right now just to give a response to some shocking news that I've received. One of my friends sent me a post on Twitter X indicating that the Reform Party, have made accusations against Rupert Lowe and they have filed a police report incident against Rupert Lowe for workplace bullying and also alleged violence against the party chairman Zia Youssef. So apparently he's being accused of workplace bullying against two female employees in the workplace, making derogatory comments and highlighting one of his female co-workers' disabilities, and he also allegedly made threats of physical violence against the party chairman Zia Youssef. Now, as soon as I saw this report, I immediately smelled something fishy. Do you know why? It's because this comes a day after Rupert Lowe voiced his concerns, questioning Nigel Farage's leadership of Reform UK. In the past, he's praised Tommy Robinson for his efforts for exposing the Pakistani grooming gang scandal. He says he'd give credit where credit is due. He's talked about the protests, the rallies that we had, the United Kingdom rallies, and he said most of them are peaceful. And now he's been questioning Nigel Farage's leadership, and he's been constructively criticising Nigel Farage's approach to organising reform and the way that he treats his own reputation, the way he sees himself as a sort of messianic figure, thinking that Nigel Farage himself has a special anointing to be the leader of Reform UK and to get the United Kingdom out of this political and cultural mess that we are in. And now he's being threatened. His reputation is being threatened, and his position as an MP for Reform is being attacked. What a coincidence. There's a lot of speculation whether this is true or not, but I think this is a massive stitch-up, and I'm not the only one who thinks this. Even Ben Habib has been incredibly vocal about this issue. He's gone on a full rant on Talk TV talking about this, about how he voiced his concerns when he was part of Reform about Nigel Farage's way of organising things and that he had to democratise the party. And guess what? Immediately he gets booted out and replaced by Zia Youssef, who brings in a ton of money and comes out of nowhere and is suddenly party chairman. Ben Habib made such massive contributions to the development of the political party, and he gets booted out, thrown under the bus, his reputation being trampled upon. And now it's happened to Rupert Lowe. I'm telling you, this is a massive, massive stitch-up. What a coincidence this is. A day later that he gets reported of these false claims, and I believe they are false claims. Even Ben Habib says there is a 99% chance that this is a massive stitch-up, and Reform, Nigel Farage, are making absolute lies about this. They are lying to the general public about this. They're just making an excuse to kick Rupert Lowe out of the Reform Party simply because he doesn't see eye to eye with Nigel Farage and he doesn't have the same approach, and he's questioning his leadership. Nigel Farage has too much of an ego, too much of an ego and arrogance to admit that he is wrong about things, that he needs to take accountability for his actions, that he's throwing Tommy Robinson under the bus, and he's not standing for the best interests of the British people, for the people who have voted for him, supported him all the way, and have propelled Reform UK to the position that they are now in. Why are they doing this? Now, Rupert Lowe, based on my research, on the extensive research that I've done about him, I think he's a man of integrity. I think he speaks the truth and he says things for what they are, and he really stands for the best interests of the general public. And he has the interests and the needs of the British people at heart. I believe he does. And I believe he is the right politician that can get us out of this mess as it currently stands. And I think it's a terrible shame that Reform UK are doing this to themselves. They're doing a really bad job of keeping up with their reputation. Rupert Lowe doesn't deserve to be kicked out like this. Now, this situation is ongoing, but I stand with the mantra that a man is innocent until proven guilty. Because if the evidence against him is true, and there is overwhelming evidence that he did commit acts of wrongdoing, of bullying in the workplace, and that he did indeed threaten to cause physical violence against Zia Yusuf, then yeah, it has to be presented and he has to be held to account for this. But I don't believe for 1 second that there is any evidence against him. There is zero credibility in this case. Those two female co-workers, they've remained anonymous. Do you know why they've remained anonymous? Because they don't exist. It's a simple stitch up and Rupert Lowe is being thrown under the bus. We all know it. This just clearly demonstrates that Nigel Farage and his reform party, Zia Yusuf, Richard Tice, Lee Anderson, them lot, are not to be trusted. And I'm saying this to some of my viewers who still pledge their support for Reform UK. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Do not put your trust in a political party that is willing to kick important members out of its own party. It is a detriment to themselves, it is a detriment to the general public, and most importantly, is a massive detriment to the future of the United Kingdom. It's a very precious future that we have. We still have 4 more years to the next general election. We can't afford to mess this up. We have 5 more years to fix this mess. We need a political party that stands for real change and has the best interests of the general public at heart. And the only political party that is doing this is UKIP. So I'm encouraging people to give UKIP a go, and we need a real coalition between people like Howard Cox, Ben Habib, Andrew Bridgen, Rupert Lowe, so that they can form a legitimate political party together with Nick Tenconi perhaps, and challenge the Uni Party and make real change in the United Kingdom. You cannot trust people like Nigel Farage, Zia Yusuf and Lee Anderson and Richard Tice, because they are nothing but ravenous wolves dressed in sheep's clothing, out there to manipulate you into trusting their political party. They are not to be trusted. Rupert Lowe is a man of integrity. He doesn't deserve to be treated like this. And we just have to wait and see how Rupert Lowe's future is to be. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.